Huh? Yes, I just didn't respond. It's me. Yeah.
At a certain point, you have to ask yourself how many mountains a young quarterback is expected to climb before the path finally evens out. For Shedeur Sanders, the Cleveland Browns' electrifying rookie who has spent his brief NFL career shattering expectations, the answer seems to be at least one more challenge every single week. And even when he reaches the summit, someone within his own organization keeps rolling obstacles right back in front of him.
I'm going to say it again. Kevin Stefanski must be fired. I'm going to say it again and again and again. Kevin Stefanski did not want Shedeur Sanders, didn't even want him in the 5th round. Kevin Stefanski has done everything in his power to keep Shedeur Sanders from succeeding in Cleveland as a 5th round pick against all odds. Even yanking Shedeur again for the potential tying 2-point conversion, going with the Wildcat, it was a disaster. After Shedeur had shown again and again, he's the answer in the red zone for the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders just played by far his best game as a pro. He just threw for 364 yards and 3 touchdowns and led the Browns in rushing and scored a rushing touchdown from 7 yards.
On Sunday afternoon at Huntington Bank Field, Sanders delivered another courageous, breathtaking display. He piled up 364 passing yards, threw 3 touchdown passes, added a rushing score, pulled off escapes for what looked like certain sacks, and showed a level of composure many seasoned quarterbacks can't match. Despite the Browns being decimated by injuries along the offensive line, relying on backup tight ends, and spending nearly the entire game playing from behind, they still found themselves with a chance to tie the Tennessee Titans in the final minute.
He fought, throughout the game, which we knew he would. Obviously, with any young player, Mary Kay, there's going to be ups and downs, and I thought there were some really, really, really good moments. He'll keep learning from some of the plays that he wants back, but some really good moments.
What was supposed to happen on that last 2-point conversion?
Yeah, not going to get into all the specifics, Jeff, but obviously it did not go as we thought it would.
Why would you take him off?
Yeah, it's a 2-point play. Didn't come through on our first 2-point play. Got to the second 2-point play, we didn't come through, but that's on me.
And then, in a moment that felt like deja vu for exasperated Browns fans, head coach Kevin Stefanski made a decision that left the entire stadium stunned. With the game hanging in the balance, Sanders was taken off the field. Yes, pulled during a crucial 2-point attempt in favor of a gimmick play that never should have been considered in that situation.
Hey, Kevin Stefanski, you have a rookie quarterback in the game with 4 total touchdowns, 400 passing yards, and you take the ball out of his hands on the 2-point conversion when you could have just kicked the extra point the play before. You take the ball out of his hand and call that bullshit. What are you doing? He needs to be fired as soon as he gets in the locker room. I don't want nothing else, bro. Fire him. Shedeur is him. Y'all got enough on footage. Y'all got enough on film, bro. All right? That's it. Just move on with him. Get another coach. It's time, bro. I'm cutting it off, bro. Cutting it off. I don't want to see nothing else.
Rather than letting Sanders, who had just orchestrated back-to-back touchdown drives, finish the job, the Browns dialed up a wildcat look with rookie running back Quinton Judkins. The play collapsed immediately, taking Sanders' comeback effort down with it, and cementing a crushing 31-29 defeat that never should have occurred.
Shedeur Sanders literally showing everything you want on that drive. You see that right there. Number one, he's pointing to identify, who his linemen are blocking. And now you're down by 8. You got to get a touchdown here. 2nd and goal. Where are you going to go with it? You're going to go with that slot fade. Boom. Put it at the high point, top shelf where the little dudes can't get it. Could it have come out earlier? Absolutely. But more than anything, NFL game, 3 touchdowns, rushing touchdown. Shedeur Sanders, been in his bag today, man. 4 total touchdowns on the day, over 350 total yards. And that drive to tie the game up.
The crowd's reaction said it all. Social media exploded within seconds. Analysts tore apart the decision on live television. Even neutral fans were left baffled. Why take your hottest player off the field at the biggest moment of the game? Sanders had just completed 9 of his last 10 throws, had hit Harold Fannin Jr. for a crucial touchdown, and was doing things no rookie quarterback should reasonably be doing in December. But instead of letting him pass, run, or create on his own, the Browns handed the moment to a gimmick formation that was doomed from the start. Judkins took the snap, ran past his pitch option, panicked, and heaved a desperate cross-field throw into nowhere. Game over. Momentum gone. You could practically feel Sanders' confidence surging before that snap, and you could feel it get smothered in real time.
He gonna help. He gonna stop. Daddy help.
To text me when he gets here. That's perfect. Welcome. How are you doing? I'm Maddie. I work with the beer team logistics and team travel.
How you doing? I'm great. So what's the day like with that?
Yeah, things comes over to watch.
I gotta talk to you though. That's how my hair gonna be. It's not who you gonna be. Yeah, it is. What?
Let's rewind for a moment. Sanders began the afternoon already down 3 starting offensive linemen. Center Ethan Posick was carted off with what looked like a serious Achilles injury. David Njoku had gone out earlier. Receivers shuffled on and off the field. The pocket collapsed again and again. And still, Sanders never flinched. His throws were fearless, precise, and explosive. The 60-yard strike to Jerry Jeudy was a statement, one that reminded everyone why he was once projected as a first-round pick. His touch on the touchdown to Njoku was the kind of perfectly layered throw only true franchise quarterbacks make. He played with swagger, but also with total command, the kind of command you simply don't undercut at the finish line.
If I'm out there any play, you know, I would always have the ball in my hand, but that's not what football is. Sometimes you got to run the ball. Sometimes you got to kick a field goal. You know, everything. That's the game. That's the most important thing is the ball. So in any situation, of course you would want to, but I know we practiced something and we executed it in practice, and we just didn't seem to this day. So I would never go against, you know, kind of like what the call was or anything.
Did it work in practice?
No, we just called it in the game and it didn't work in practice. I don't think you call plays in a game that didn't work in practice.
Critics will point back to the third-quarter interception, the one that set up a Titans touchdown and sparked a momentum shift. And yes, it was a mistake. Sanders tried to force a throw under heavy pressure, looking to create something big. But that moment didn't define his performance. His response did.
The Cleveland Browns just lost to a football team with 1 win that is actively trying to not win games and get the first-round pick. But maybe the Browns are also trying to get the first-round pick, because what was Kevin Stefanski doing on the final 2 drives? They're down 14, they score a touchdown, he goes for 2. Why are they going for 2? Not sure, but it didn't convert. The Browns didn't get the ball back. They score a touchdown, they have to go for 2 now because the 2-point conversion fail earlier. And they take Shedeur Sanders out of the game, who, mind you, has 3 touchdown passes and over 370 yards of passing, to do a wildcat that completely blows up in their face. You guys know how much I love Kevin Stefanski and want him around next season. Obviously, he doesn't really want to be around if that's what he's going to do. That is a fireable offense. Again, unless the Browns are actively trying to lose games, which that you always trying to beat the team that you're playing as opposed to tanking. I hate that shit. But whatever. I can't defend Kevin Stefanski on that. That was inexcusable.
He came right back firing, leading Cleveland to 2 more touchdowns. That interception wasn't a reflection of who he is. It was just another step in a rookie's learning curve. Cam Ward threw a pick too, but he didn't account for the 4 touchdowns Sanders produced. And while Ward was the #1 overall selection, it was Sanders, the 5th-round afterthought, who played like the true top pick. That contrast wasn't coincidence, it was a statement. What's becoming clearer isn't that Sanders needs to get better. He will. What's clearer is that this coaching staff still hasn't fully bought into him. Stefanski defended the play call afterward, saying the Wildcat attempt was scripted even before Sanders scored. And that's exactly the issue. You don't pre-plan a gimmick when your quarterback is tearing apart the opposing defense. You adjust. You lean on a hot hand. You trust your guy. Sanders never got that trust. Not in that moment. And think about everything he's already pushed through. Doubted in college. Doubted in the draft. Doubted as a rookie. Doubted after his first start. Doubted after every misstep. And yet, every single week, he comes back stronger. He wasn't supposed to be starting this soon. He wasn't supposed to look this polished. He wasn't supposed to outperform the top rookies. He wasn't supposed to carry an injury-ravaged offense in a shootout after shootout. But he has. And even after proving his arm talent, accuracy, leadership, mobility, and toughness, his coaching staff still treats him like a temporary fix instead of the franchise's future. This matchup, Shedeur Sanders versus Cam Ward, should have been the storyline. In a season defined by chaos in Cleveland and collapse in Tennessee, this was the duel fans wanted. These two trained together, fought through the draft process together, and entered the league with vastly different expectations. Yet on Sunday, the so-called underdog was the superior quarterback. Sanders threw for 364 yards, Ward threw for 117. It wasn't remotely close. And still, the quarterback who earned the moment wasn't allowed to finish it. It would be one thing if the Browns were falling apart around him, or if Sanders were struggling. But he's not. He's giving this team everything: explosive scoring, momentum-shifting throws, pocket creativity, and late-game resilience. Sunday should have been a celebration of momentum. Instead, it became a case study of a franchise unsure of its own direction. A rookie quarterback shouldn't be the most confident person in the stadium. But Sanders was. Even Jerry Jeudy, who just a week earlier was seen in a heated sideline exchange with him, looked revitalized. They celebrated together, communicated, and connected better than at any point this season. Leadership isn't just numbers, it's influence. And Sanders has it. Players gravitate toward him. Fans trust him. The coaching staff, however, continues to hesitate. At some point, the Browns have to decide: draft another quarterback or build around the one already proving himself every week. Because right now, Sanders is practically yelling, "I'm the answer," and Cleveland keeps whispering back, "Maybe, but not yet." He shouldn't be commended for surviving sabotage. He should be supported, developed, and empowered. Instead, the cycle continues. Heroic performance, big-time production, rising star, undercut by decisions he never had a say in. The Browns don't need a miracle. They already have one wearing number 12. What they need is clarity, conviction, and the courage to trust the quarterback who's earning it snap after snap. Sanders is beating the odds, outperforming expectations, defying every doubt. What he shouldn't have to fight against is his own coaching staff. And yet, he keeps doing exactly that, which might be the strongest proof we've ever had that Cleveland already has its quarterback of the future. Even if the people calling the plays can't seem to recognize it. Because week after week, decision after decision, Shedeur Sanders is proving one thing no coach should ever overlook: he's already ready.